Ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to build a calorie tracker. And you might ask, why are we building a calorie tracker? Well, we want to pick up weight because we heard that big muscles equals easier jiu-jitsu. Now, when you want to pick up weight or lose weight, there's two components. The first component is the type of training you are doing. And that's a different Claude project where I basically have a training coach that tells me exactly what, when, and where I need to do exercise. And we'll talk about that in a later episode. But the second component of gaining or losing weight is tracking what you are consuming and how much of it and the quality of it. So therefore, we have a calorie tracker, which we want to record a couple of things. We want to record the total amount of calories. So for us, we want a surplus because we want to pick up weight. So our goal is 3,200 calories every single day. But we also want to see the breakdown of fat, protein, and carbs, making sure that we have the correct ratio. Now, we want to see this information for every day displayed in a database, an Excel table, where we have a couple of columns. The first column would be what we are eating, the meal, the explanation of chicken and rice and broccoli, something like that, or a protein smoothie. And then we want to see the calories of that meal. We want to see the fat, protein, and carbs breakdown of that meal as well. Now, this becomes useful when we have all of this data in a table because then we can visualize it in whatever way we want to visualize it. So the data is the most important point. And the reporting is going to tell us whether we're moving in the right direction, whether we're doing something wrong. If we're not seeing the results that we anticipate, it means that we need to go back to the drawing board to see, are we eating the right things? Can we improve what we're eating in order to reach our goals faster? Because you can't manage what you don't track. So this is all about tracking what we are consuming. And the input of the calories and macros, I want to keep it as simple as possible. I just want to be able to say that I had one portion of chicken with rice and broccoli, or I want to be able to take a picture of it and just give it to Claude, and then Claude can estimate the amount of calories, fat, protein, and carbs. And that is what we're going to do today. So let's get into it.
Teleportation, let's go. So first thing that we want to do is we want to create a project. So project calorie tracker, and we are going to have this little app calorie tracker, where we store our data and our food database. But we'll get to that in a little bit. So we created this project. We then created a work session where we're just mapping out what we want a little app, a little skill to do. So we want to be able to track our calories and macros. We want to be able to log a meal within seconds. So just type out what we ate or paste a photo and let Claude automatically decide or determine or estimate what the calories and what the macros was for that meal. And it needs to learn over time. So it needs to get better. So we want to add meals to our personal database to stop needing an estimation, but when we have the time to actually go and log the exact macronutrients and calories that a specific meal has, so that we get more accurate results. It also, a nice to have, is to basically tell us how much remaining calories we still have to get into our system before the end of the day, and give suggestions of what we need to consume. So we want to detect food, photos, it's a pretty easy app, so let's just build it. So what we've done is we asked Claude, I would like to have a calorie tracker where I track my macros as well. I want to be able to just paste into this chat what I ate, or just paste a photo, and I want you to estimate it. I want you to create a Excel file which has columns for the date, the time, meal description, calories, protein, carbs, and total calories still remaining. And I want a day summary as well, and store it in my DOS space. So what I just said, if I just paste it to the left hand side, is basically this. This is how I set up the skill. And that's all it took to set up this calorie tracking skill. So I'm going to show you what this pasted into Claude Code resulted in, because that's basically all that you need to do. It resulted in something like this. So this is the calorie tracker. This is the recipe that we created, where we have the calorie tracker, what it is. It logs meals in Excel, where it lives. It lives in a specific place on my computer, which I'm going to show you now. It uses some Python, so logging meal, photo description. This just goes through how it logs the different food when I input the food. And then we have a food database as well, and status and reports. So this is the entire application that we've built. Where the data is stored is on our Obsidian. So I just stored it in a folder called Calorie Tracker. So if you open up this folder, Reveal in Finder, we have this little guy, and then we just have these two files. So we have the food database. So that is the not estimated food. And we can open it with Obsidian actually. So that looks like this, where we have protein oats, we have mango protein smoothie, grilled chicken, and rice. And this has more accurate calories, protein, carbs, and fat for the portions that I eat. So when in the future I type in that I'm eating a specific meal, or I paste a photo that aligns with one of these, it will go take these calories, these proteins, these carbs, and these fats. So it's just to get the estimate better over time. And then the other one is the calorie log, and it just looks something like this. We have date, time, meal, description, calories, protein, carbs, fat, source. And then it created two more tabs for us, which we have the summary by day. So yesterday we can see that we reached our goal and we overshot, so that's good. And today we are still about 1,400 short. Here we go, 1,400 short. And we can later then decide to lock in how much protein, carbs, fat we want out of the day as well, so that we have or hit the correct ratio for our goal, which is weight gain. But if you want weight loss, you might want to switch these percentages up as well. And yeah, that's just the minimum. So that is basically the database that we are using. Log and daily summary. And let's see how it works. So I ate a meal earlier, and I'm just going to send it to my laptop. And it looks something like this. So it's just chicken with cucumber, with feta, with baby tomatoes. So let's just pull that photo, image 4, into our chat and see what it does. So we set this skill up that if we paste a photo of food, it knows that we are looking to insert it into our calorie tracker, and you can see it automatically pulls up the skill calorie tracker. And now it's going to food database. It's checking it against the food database if there's something similar. If not, it's going to do its own estimate. So the meal isn't in the food database. Chicken thighs entry has rice. This is different dish, so I'll estimate it and log it as dinner. And here we can see it asks for the first time when we created a new meal what it was. So logged to chicken thigh, baked feta, and veg bowl, 800 calories. Cool, looks right. You are at 2,200 calories, 500 short of the 3,200. A protein oats bowl before bed would close it almost exactly. So let's just say yes, correct. And then we are going to go and check our database and see if it looks right or not. And because we've added a new food to our tracker, it goes to the D's food database. And the better these estimates, the better your end results. So if we open up the tracker again, we can go check that at 1956 we had dinner, and here's our entry. So confirmed, and daily summary, we are still 575 short. So this is quite cool, because now we can just say, I don't have protein oats. What else can I eat in order to fill the calorie gap? Because it knows that we have a project that's related to calorie tracking, and it knows of this calorie tracking database that we have, it can go and look through our vault and look for other things that we usually eat. So here we can see mango protein smoothie, so from your database, so it has that context. Greek yogurt with honey and peanut butter. I've eaten this quite a bit, so that would also fill the gap. 2 slices of toast with peanut butter and banana, glass of whole milk, handful of almonds and banana. So it gives me cool recommendations. So this is all that a calorie tracker really needs to be. The most simplest form is filling it in yourself. But when you link it up to your Obsidian database with all of your notes and all of the things that you've eaten throughout your days. So if I go to the 6th, you can see that food, I had tuna salad, fries, overnight oats, avo sandwich, hummus, protein shake. And when I make a new recipe, I also go and add it to my Obsidian because I have a cooking and baking homepage. And this should technically be a hub. So we'll just change this to hub. Here we have all of the recipes we have ever cooked. And we can also use this and add calories per portion of this thing that we're cooking. So that's why it's quite useful to have this Claude on top of this Excel, because it makes the capturing quite easy, because you can do it via typing or just paste in a photo. And it gets smarter over time because we have this D food database, which basically just captures all of the portions that we eat. And now we can do some cool visualizations on it. Can you create a report that I can pull anytime throughout the day, which gives me a cool visual of a man that shows percentage-wise how many calories I have consumed already based off of my calorie goal, and how much I still need to consume, and what food would bridge the gap, and any other cool statistics or visuals that you think would make the report interesting. So very open-ended. I am looking to create some type of report. Yes, after a week, you would have a lot of data in this calorie log, which would make it more interesting to have a weekly report. So I don't have all of the data yet. So let's just do a daily report and see what it comes up with. And then it's going to give me more ideas for the weekly food database report. And here we have our HTML report. It's so dumb, I love it. So protein, carbs, fat, and here I have percentage-wise what I still need. So today's meals, breakfast. And it just shows me against yesterday. And bridging the gap, these protein oats, mango protein smoothie will get me there. So stuff like this. You can then start to experiment and play around and have this as an interactive app. So this is the first version of this calorie tracker. I'm going to be playing around with it a little bit to make it a little bit sleeker, make the design look a little bit nicer. And this is just data that you capture, but you obviously want to do something with it. So where you use it is in the weight gain plan. So here we have a project where I want to gain 1.5 kilograms of muscle, or just weight. So I have my training plan and that's about it. But this is the project weight gain. And here's my logs of all the stuff that I'm training as well. This calorie tracker that I have, this is going to become quite useful for this project that I have here, because I'm going to start generating work sessions where I am going to analyze why am I not gaining mass as quickly as I want to. And then I can analyze what I'm eating and then go and be specific about what I need to change. Maybe I need to eat more rice. Maybe I need to eat less chicken and swap it for another protein source. Or maybe I should do something else. But because I have all of the data with some estimations of calories, protein, carbs, and fat, this project just becomes a whole lot easier. So here we have a note of what I need in order to gain 0.5 kilograms every week, and also some notes on training. But this is where I'm going to use the data in this specific project. Okay, that's about it. If you want the starting doc that you can just paste into your Claude Code, feel free to download it. I'll make it available in description. Ciao.